Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi dan salam sejahtera. Apa kabar? Hari ini kita akan membahas literasi numerasi dalam pembelajaran bahasa Inggris untuk kelas 11. Mari kita mulai pembahasannya. Good morning, my name is Halimatus Sadia. I'm here to help to manage your money. Have you ever wondered where your money goes? How to save for that money for buying something? Now, today we are going to dive into the world of budgeting and learn how to manage your money like a pro. Okay, you just seen just now that you sometimes spend the money to go shopping, to eat with your friends, and also going to concert with your friends. Now, I'm going to help you to manage your money like a pro. Let's come to the first step. First step is to creating the budget of your money. First, you have to know where the money comes from. Do you know where your money comes from? Maybe from your parents, from your part-time jobs, from THR or tunjangan hari raya, from your bonus, or can be from prize. You have already known where your money comes from. Now it's time for you to tracking your expenses. Now let's talk about where your money goes. Okay, let's see where your money goes or how you spend your money. Okay, now have you consider what money that you spend for? Okay, now let's see. First, mostly it's about food. In a day, you must go to the canteen to buy some food, right? You spend some money there, and it is almost every day to spend the money in the canteen. Second is about food. GoFood. You like delivering food by GoFood, right? I think GoFood takes your money a lot because you know that if we order by GoFood, the food is increasing the price 20% from the real price. Okay, and then there is also cost of the delivery. So I think for the food you spend a lot of money for that. Now let's come to the second spending of your money. That is transportation. How do you go to school? Going with your parents, going with bus, or going by motorcycle? If you are going with your parents, of course, you don't spend a lot of money for that. But if you go alone, by using public transportation, by riding motorcycle, you spend some money there. But I think it's not much. Now, third is entertainment, like buying pulsa, and then also you download the music from Spotify, and then sometime you playing a game buying coins, and also you are reading novel by buying coins, watching concert. You spend a lot of money in the entertainment. And then the last one, saving. Oh, do you like saving? Or nowadays you are saving? Saving is the last priority. Why? Because if you have spent a lot of your money in the three that I have mentioned before, I believe you don't have a lot of money to save. But some of you maybe learn how to save the money. So, students, I have already told you how you spend your money from food, entertainment, transportation, and also saving. Okay, now we are going to make tables. Okay, this table is to know where your money goes. First, like accounting, you have to know where your money comes from first. For example, this week you got 300,000 rupiahs from your parents. Okay, this one, the income is from your parents. I know that some of you maybe get some income as the content creator, but I only give you the example, your money which comes from your parent. This week you got 300,000 rupiahs. Okay, this one as your basic income. Now let's see how you spend your money. First, you go to the canteen. You spend 20,000 rupiahs. And then again, you buy gasoline. Maybe some of you get various in spending the money for gasoline. Around 10,000, 50,000. Okay, now the third point, maybe you go to the canteen again. The next day, you spend again 20,000 rupiahs. And then after that, maybe at the same day, you buy pulsa. Pulsa is the most expensive one, 50,000. And then you go to the canteen again for the next day. So you spend 20,000. This is only for example of the spending your money. Okay, we have the point here. And then we see how much money that you spend and how much money that left. There left for 170,000 rupiahs. Okay, now we have already known your money calculation in a table. Okay, now I want you to make this kind of table now to see the priority how you spend your money. Okay, I give you time 5 minutes to make the table. Okay, have you finished making the table of your money spending? Now you have known which one is priority, which one is not priority for your money spending. Now I'm going to guide you to help you how to create budget. You have to make the plan first. Why? Because it helps you to allocate your money to different categories. Now let's go to the step of create budget. The first, you determine financial goals. For example, which one is more priority? Of course, like spending money for buying food is the first priority, is prime priority because you are doing that every day. And then second, gasoline, and then next is entertainment. Now you want to buy laptop, for example, so maybe you can save the money for the laptop. Okay, if you have already make the priority, make the financial goals, now let's create percentage of income to each expenses category. Now you use budgeting application, or you can now in handphone you can download some application. There the application can help you to budget your money because they can track your money where to go. So if you want to have table like what I explained just now, is okay. But if you want to use budgeting application in the Google Play or in the Apple Store, it's okay because both of them can help you to manage your money much better. Have you finished your budgeting? If you have finished, I'm going also to give you some tips in budgeting. First, as I told you before, determine relevant categories. You have to adjust your needs. And then, of course, you have to use appropriate methods. But I think using tables, like what I explained, is the simpler thing that you can have in budgeting. And then remember, you have to be consistent in taking notes. You buy something, you have to take a note. If you spend something, you take a note. You get something, you take a note. And then you have to evaluate, not only taking a note, but you have to evaluate the money expenses. And then, if much better, if you are color code. For example, red, yellow. Red, it means that you are over budgeting, and then yellow is still warning for budgeting. But example again, if you want to have the priority, you can have the green one. This is the priority that I have to do in a month. Okay, so remember, in budgeting, determine the relevant categories, use appropriate method, be consistent in taking note, periodic evaluation, and color code. You know, by categorizing your expenses, it will be easier for you. Why? Because you can understand where your money goes, and then you can make a budget and then avoid unnecessary expenses. Okay, I have a video from YouTube here. There is a woman who are making like some tools for budgeting. And then it is quite successful because when she viral that in the TikTok, she got a lot of order for that tool. It's like books. You can see later on in the video. Okay, now let's watch the video together. Okay, we have already watched the video. What do you think of the video? I think it's very helpful, yeah, because there is like tips for us how to manage our money by having like a book, like wallet, and then we can have the budgeting for the money. Now I'm going to give you a question. Do you know what is the difference between saving and investing? Okay. Now what I have already explained is about saving. Saving is very important for us. If we have some money left, we can save the money. But for investing, of course, it's different thing. It is many profit that we can get, but many high risk that we can get too. For example, we can have invest in the reksadana, saham, and then what else? Buying the kertas berharga. Kertas berharga is from state, yeah. Okay, so which one do you prefer, saving or investing? But I suggest you, as you are student, please do a saving, not investing yet, because investing is having too high risk. Now we almost end our session for today. I'm going to give you some tips. First, you have to avoiding your debt, because debt can be a problem if not managed properly. It is important to avoid unnecessary debt and pay off existing debt as soon as possible. And then don't use your credit card, because credit card has the negative effect. And then what are the negative effects? Debt accumulation, high interest rate, damage to credit score. And then the last one, negative effect of having loan. First, debt burden, and then it going to make your limited financial flexibility. Risk of foreclosure or repossession. High interest rate too, and stress and anxiety. So please avoid those in managing your money. Literacy, numeracy is very important in learning, because the competence of literation and numeration can increase the competence of your school too. Today, we have discussed about literacy and numeration in learning English in the topic of budgeting your money. I have already given you some tips in budgeting money. I hope you can practice at home. You can practice also with your teachers in the classroom. One of the literation is financial literation. In the literacy numeration, also we can see from what I've explained about budgeting. Okay, hopefully it's going to be useful for all of you in the learning English, and then don't forget to practice. See you again next time. Bye-bye. Hari ini kita tadi sudah belajar literasi numerasi dalam pembelajaran bahasa Inggris. Yang kita bahas tadi adalah tentang budgeting. Literasi numerasi sangatlah penting untuk meningkatkan kemampuan literasi. Mudah-mudahan apa yang kita pelajari hari ini bisa meningkatkan kompetensi literasi numerasi kita, baik itu di dalam kelas maupun di satuan pendidikan. Mudah-mudahan ini hal yang berguna bagi siswa dan juga bagi guru. Mudah-mudahan sebagai contoh bagi guru untuk membuat pembelajaran berbasis literasi numerasi. Itu saja, terima kasih atas perhatiannya dan mudah-mudahan kita dapat berjumpa lagi di lain kesempatan. Saya akhiri, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.